Okay, it's gonna be a demonstration for drawing the neutral hand for today. Okay, so it's gonna be the very first day that we're going to be actually working on hand drawings. So suggestions with the hand drawings, you're gonna have two options with how you can draw your hands. One option is obviously you can actually use your own real life hand or use your own hand as a reference for your drawing a day. Or if it's easier for you, you can use your phone, or if you have like a digital camera, and then take some pictures of your own hand. Okay, I'm gonna give you an option of doing either or. The only thing I don't want you to do though is look up a drawing of a hand, or trying to find like a picture of a hand on the internet. Okay, so I want you guys to either like make your own references, take your own picture of your own hand with the with your phone, or you can use your own hand as a reference for the drawing. Okay, but if you can though, it's a lot better to draw from real life. You learn a lot more about how to draw. Whereas, if you have like a still picture, it's obviously a little bit easier to draw because you can see like the actual lines of the picture. But for my demonstration, though, I'm actually going to look at my own hand. Okay, so in order to get started with the hand drawing, there's going to be a shape that you're going to have to draw for the hand. So this is going to be a trapezoid shape. So this shape is essential to drawing the hand. So this shape here, it's kind of like a more flat version of a trapezoid. So it's not to be confused with a rectangle, but it's a trapezoid. As you have like your four corners here, and then the sides a little bit more to the edges. So if you actually look at your own hand, you look at that shape, it is that same trapezoid. Okay, so you have like that. I guess if you gotta draw the hand like this way, it'd be more curved up like this. So you're gonna have like this kind of like rounded out, odd trapezoid shape. So depending on like what you're drawing though, like even the angle. So if I even like slightly shift the angle like this for my hand, I would still draw that same trapezoid shape. So the shape will look more like actually this is at the other angle. So the see if I can erase this colored pencil. Oh, it comes off fine. So this will kind of more in this direction here. I would have it go this way here, but same angles, same shape. But, you have like a trapezoid shape. This one obviously would be three-dimensional because I'm doing the drawing from the side. So it's really important to learn how to draw the shape. This shape is going to be the foundation for the drawings of the hand. So drawing at different angles like this, or straightforward like that. In this case, it's actually going over a little bit more on the edge like this because I'm tilting my arm a little bit more that way. Or even like in even like weird angles, like if you do like something like this is like a really interesting angle. It will look kind of like this if you were to draw that angle. So learning how to draw the shape in these different and unique angles is going to make the drawing of the hands a lot easier. Okay, this will be like your foundation, drawing these shapes. All right. So having that knowledge in place, we had to draw this rectangle, trapezoid, weird looking shape. I don't want to say it's a trapezoid though, because if you think of trapezoids though, this is like a perfect trapezoid. We're not drawing this shape here. We're following kind of like essentially the same lines, but we're adjusting depending on how we position the hand. Okay, so it's basically the shape that we're drawing here, but it's obviously gonna be different angles. All right, so I'm just gonna show you guys how to draw the neutral hand. So it's gonna be like a hand like this. I'm gonna just lay it off the table. You probably won't be able to see it because I'm gonna have it to the side. But the way to draw this hand though, again, we're going to be drawing that same trapezoid shape. And, because of the way my hand is angled, it's actually going in this direction here, not like, straightforward. I just want to make sure to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm doing this drawing in a, with a colored pencil, just because You know, I want you guys to see like the shapes that I'm using to create my drawing. Okay, but basically the wider part of the trapezoid is going to be on the top part, and it does narrow down this direction here. Okay, don't get it confused that this gets bigger like this way here because of this part of the thumb here. It actually narrows down the other way. If you think about like, if you ignore this part here, it's like this shape that I'm drawing here. So that's how I came up with that shape. And the next step you're going to do though is you're going to draw the angles of the finger. Okay, so just to make things easier, I would just draw lines where the fingers would be. So obviously your middle finger is a longer finger. This finger is one of your second longest, and then this finger is about the same length as this one here. So this drawing that you're doing right now, it's more about making sure to have accurate measurements for your fingers. And then one thing you'll notice with like the hands here, there's like a nice little curve that goes on between all these. So you have like this curve right here. So you can actually continue the curve up here to show like the midway part of the hand. And then there's also another curve up here that's it's gonna actually be a little bit more extreme because of where the pinky is, but it's gonna be like kind of like this here. So, just having those simple guides to help you to draw like this hand, this is gonna make things a lot easier. And then your thumb, basically it's just like a bit like a flap of skin right here. You have like this flap of skin. That's why I accidentally drew this like part here, and then you have like the thumb go in this direction here. So, if you actually wanted to continue that curve, it actually, I want to say it's almost like connecting these two parts together. So, you have that curve there, and then there's like another curve down here. So, if you want to draw like a perfectly flat hand like this is, the position that you want to do. I'm just going to draw the rest of my wrist down here. All right. And when you guys draw the parts of the fingers, I would just, draw cylinders. So you draw one cylinder here, and then you draw another here. And instead of rounding out the hand, it's actually better if you just create like sharp angles. So as opposed to like drawing fingers like this, because most of the fingers are gonna be round like that. It's actually better to angle it out like this. This gives it a little bit more shape and depth in the picture. But this is just a personal preference, though. Instead of just rounding it off like this, it does look a little bit more realistic if you, give it a little bit more sharper edges to it. So, just continue the hand. Basically this finger would keep going like this. So, just think of it as like a giant cylinder. So, again, I'm just sharpening up the edges here. Same thing over here. Just continue the fingers. And this is the part where you're going to have to basically just draw what you see in your own hands. Okay, so this is actually going to go up a little bit higher. This one, about the same as the first finger. I'm just drawing these, long towers in a way. And then this is the last finger. It's going to go over here. And I'm going to go around the side a little bit more so it looks like a hand. And that's how you basically draw like this type of flat hand around these shapes a little bit more. So anything that I do with like this blue pencil, basically you want to do the same thing but just draw lightly with the pencil. And then after you're done with the drawing lightly with the pencil, then you're gonna just darken the lines. So when you darken your lines, draw the the rest of the picture in more detail. Then you're going to add the nails to it. And to draw successful nails, it's better to have like the skin wrapped around the nails. as opposed to you know, having it be a part of the nail. Because you know, a lot of times, you know, when you look at nails, you think of like this, the hand where like basically this whole thing is like a nail. So some of you guys may draw your nails like this. Okay, so that's actually like the wrong way of drawing the nails. Okay, don't draw your nails like that. But the way you should be drawing the nails though is, you know, there should be a little bit of the skin showing on the side. So like right here, you know, you should have like a little bit of the skin showing. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll zoom in a little bit more. So, you know, there should be a little bit of like the skin showing on the side. So that's gonna be how you're gonna create like the nails a little bit more realistic. All right. So it's gonna look more like this, not like this. But you see how like there's no skin on the side here. As you know, if I don't mention that a lot, you guys are gonna draw your nails like this. You want to draw it more like this. So you know, same thing I did with that drawing there. All right. So you know, I'm just refining my lines. And again, this blue pencil that I drew here, you know, this would be like if you were to draw lightly with the pencil. And you know, I'm gonna show you guys again with the another hand drawing. So just drawing these lines. Also pay close attention to the angle of the nail too. You know, the angle is going more of this direction here. So I'm showing a little bit more skin on one side as opposed to the other side. And you know, don't worry too much about like all the wrinkles and details of the hand. I would just do like you know, just one or two lines for where the you know, parts of the finger bend. So I wouldn't even like worry about like all the details. You know, I would just draw like you know, bare minimum. You know, whatever is like the most important information on the hand. Okay, so draw the rest of his hands here. I'm actually gonna draw a line that goes across here because you know, I'm looking at this line here. Same thing. This one's gonna go a little bit higher. And yeah, just draw the rest of my fingers. So you know, I'm just letting you know right now, though, this hand's actually one of the more challenging hands to draw, just because it's so easy to see like if you didn't measure the parts of the hand correctly, if that makes sense. Like, you know, this needs to be like that perfect curve, same thing up here. So it's really easy to tell if you mess up on this hand. So I'm actually going to show you some examples of like some other hands you can draw that's using the you know, the neutral pose. But you know, I suggest not to draw like this type of hand because this one's really easy to mess up on. But you know, I'm just showing you this hand though, just because you know, this is like the most common hand drawings that you guys see, or like the most common hand that you would see. So you know, that's pretty much the hand. And then you know, if you want to draw like some of the knuckles, you know, I want to go like super detailed though, but you can just draw some accents for like where those knuckles would be. You know, if you want, you can draw like the the part down there. But yeah, that's pretty much how you should draw the hand in the in the most neutral pose. Obviously, you know, if you want to add more details to the wrinkles, you know, shading, we'll go over shading a little bit later. You know, I want you guys to just be concerned with the hand, but you know, obviously, more details you add to the hand, the more like the hand will look older, more decrepit, because you know, obviously, the more wrinkles you add, the more older the hand looks. All right. So that's how you should go about with drawing the hands. But you know, my suggestion is, just don't draw like a flat hand. You know, kind of play around with the positioning a little bit. You know, if you want to just like bend some of the fingers a little bit, that's fine too. So you know, a better way you could draw the hands, and this I'm gonna do an example with just only the pencil, the way you should be doing. You know, maybe I might want to tilt it to the side a little bit more, and you know, even just slightly tilting the angle of the hand, you know, that really does make that drawing look a lot more interesting. So, you know, this one I'm doing a little bit more to the side. So, you know, I just put perspective into place. So, you know, you actually see a little bit more of the side of the hand right here. Um, you know, same idea like before. You know, I would just draw, you know, kind of like guided lines on where the curves would be. So it'd be kind of like right here, and then this is like the top of the hand over here. All right, and it's gonna draw my wrist over here. It's gonna bend and go in this direction there. And let's see. So I actually like drawing this part of the hand here because that one's a little bit tricky to draw sometimes. So it's almost like kind of like a round oval in a way. So you got like the round oval there. This is gonna be part of the thumb. I'm gonna draw a thumb as a cylinder. And, you just really have to just draw what you see though. It's not really any tricks to it. There's obviously things you can do to make things easier with these shapes that I'm drawing. But this part, like I'm just really drawing, what I'm seeing in the picture. So this part, I'm actually gonna angle this up a little bit higher. So this part of the finger, that's gonna be a cylinder too. This part's gonna go all the way up here to the edge. Yeah, I'm not worried about rounding it off. I'm just think of it as like angular shapes. So you got an angle here, there, and then there. Okay, and then if you wanted to, you can draw the fingers too. So I'm gonna draw like the where the finger would be over here, and that might make things a little bit easier. You just draw like the line for the fingers. So I'm just gonna draw a finger there, and this angle should be up a little bit higher. You got the angle wrong here. Okay, and I'm actually seeing less of the hand now over on this side here. And okay, let's see. Yeah, when you draw from observation though, it's kind of tricky though because like one side of your eye sees something different, another eye may not see the other parts of the hands. So you really have to make those like decisions as an artist on like what you want to keep and omit from the hand drawing. And then actually this last finger I wouldn't even see in the picture. But you see how this one looks a lot more interesting than this drawing here. And there's actually one less finger I had to draw for like this picture here. So, this is like, how you should approach a drawing. And then now I'm obviously going to go darker with my lines. So, go darker with my lines. I'm more confident in, where things are being placed. Got my finger. And add the, the nail here. Keeping in mind that there's a little bit of skin on the edge of the thumb. Draw my finger here. I'm just gonna draw just one line there. Not going too crazy with the wrinkles, unless if you want a really old looking hand. I'm sure you guys' hands aren't that old, so I won't even draw that many wrinkles. So I'm gonna just draw a wrinkle here. Finish my line there. Add the angle. Draw my nail. And because of the perspective of the nail, I'm actually not really seeing any of the skin on this side. It's only on the other side. Draw my finger there. Draw this. I actually drew this finger a little bit too high. So, you can always make adjustments as you guys are working on it. It's, not set in stone what you're doing. And, finger there, here. Actually, have the wrinkle over there. And there. And I'm actually seeing a little bit more of the knuckle on this side. So I'm just going to draw this part here. You get the idea though. And this finger, I barely see this finger at all because of the perspective that I chose, but I'm just going to draw it out. This time I'm just drawing what I'm seeing in the picture. But this is how you should approach the hand though. All right.